For cheap and reliable coins, head over to utnice.com. Link will be in the description. And when you have purchased your coins, go to the checkout and use the coupon JT11 for all of your needs for a 6% off. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the first flashback player, and that is going to be Pedro. Obviously, we haven't got a dynamic for him as of yet, but to be honest, big upgrade, huge upgrade from a 78 all the way to an 86 for around about 90,000 coins. You've got 5 SBCs, a full common gold team, full rare team, an 83 team, an 84 team, and also an 85. To be honest, not awful, because obviously the prices of golds are still quite low. If, for say, tomorrow we get a big SBC that rises the golds up, he then probably becomes less worth it. He has got finesse shot and outside of the foot, which is always fantastic. And like I say, he has come from a 78 common, which is always nice. Changed from a centre forward to a left wing, which again is probably quite nice. I still would probably play him more in the kind of central role rather than actually a winger. I feel like he will just do better there. But the one thing that I'm really interested in is he's had a 14 increase on his acceleration, taking it up to 98, which leaves you in a bit of a sticky situation in terms of chemistry style, because if you are to put something on him that obviously raises his sprint speed, you are not getting the most effective points from the acceleration, because obviously it only needs a +1. So realistically, I think engine is probably where you're looking at. But in terms of what people have said, they are still going with that hunter vibe. Obviously getting the 92 pace, you end up with 87 sprint speed and also 91 shooting. Turn him into an 88 rated cam, left wing, or an 83 rated striker. So I think that is probably where we're going to go with him. If you was to whack an engine on him, you do get pretty good passing. The dribbling goes up. You do get a 90 rated cam overall, which is always pretty nice. But it all depends on what you actually want. Do you want more shooting, or do you want that dribbling, passing, and pace increase instead? We're going to try him with the hunter. I feel like that's going to be the way, because I do want him kind of more as a forward, if anything. I think winger, I would still prefer him kind of in central mode. Animations are going to suit it better, and obviously he has came from a centre forward / cam striker into a left wing. So let's jump into him and see what Pedro can do. Right then, straight away on the ball. Obviously he is a 4-star, 5-star as well, which is even better. You don't really need to change that, to be honest. I think that is kind of max points of what you're going to get from him there. Or went the right way as well. Just trying to take on a bit of Renato Sanchez, and obviously he is going to have capability issues in terms of when you come up later against bigger teams. They are going to be necessarily better than him. If I can just give him Neymar the ball back. But in terms of kind of like right now, I think he's an absolute solid find. The Serie A is absolutely crying out for better and bigger players, and I think Pedro is just the tip of the iceberg. Obviously we got Denale and Cordoba, I think it is, the centre back, so most definitely he is kind of just there ready to go. Insigne is obviously an 86 left wing as well, but I feel like Pedro with the 4-star, 5-star, maybe a little bit better on the kind of traits, might actually put in a bit more of a more work as such. There he is. Get him onto his right foot. The one thing as well with him is that finesse shot is going to be lethal right now. We just need to try and find him in that zone. There's a lot of people kind of sitting around this guy's box. Pedro finding a bit of Insigne potentially. Insigne's just completely stopped running. So we're trying to find Pedro through. This guy's defense is absolutely on point. He really has everybody. There it is. Put a bit too much. There he is. Little dink over the top. Can he get one more through? Again, the physicality side of him is going to be a big part in his kind of forward role that he's just not going to have. I'm going to find him here. He's going to lay a ball into a bit of Pele. I'm going to try and find it back to him if we can. Little back heel. Gelson Martins deals with that pretty easily. Little dink over the top. Marquinhos, such a fantastic centre-back. Really is a good one. We are going to have to review him soon, as we do have him untradeable in the team. And again, I'm going to try and find a bit of Insigne. That is a beautiful ball. Absolutely inch perfect. And we're looking for him back here. Try and find him. Get a little bit of a roll on the go. Little quick turn. Fast feet from him. Little bit of a Megs. No foul. A little bit of an obstruction, I think. Pedro. Can we go with the finesse? Good save from Kalaski. Edge of the box. This is where you want it. Big over the top. Oh, hitting the crossbar. Into Pedro. Going to find Insigne down the line. The good thing as well with him kind of being more left wing now is you're finding he's got a bit more better, almost passing stats. Insigne clearly doesn't either though. Pedro looking for that 1-2 off of Mobley. There he is again. He's going to go for the turn, finesse, and Kimpembe is going to chuck himself at it. Little spin, goes for the shot. Oh, and again trying to fire it through Donnarumma. Biggest thing I've noticed with obviously Pedro, passing wise, is absolutely exquisite as we find Mbappe is going to nail it back to Pedro. Cracking goal there, but also the weakness of him. Little bit when you're coming up against like Marquinhos, Virgil, you just got to kind of watch that strength level of him. Oh, there it is. Little turn again. His skill is actually quite nice. He really has that control of the ball down to almost a T. Interception now as well. Little 1-2. Trying to find him down the line. And like I say, the physicality of him is going to struggle against the likes of Hakimi, Marquinhos, Kimpembe. They are big, bulky centre-backs / full-backs. There it is. Hakimi coming across once more. Constantly on the ball there. Lovely pass into Mbappe again, finding his rhythm. Little one across. I was trying to go for Pele first. So going into the overall for Pedro then. So if we look at the SBC as a whole, like I say, there was a show button, flip cards. There we go. So obviously common gold team, pretty standard. Rare team, again, standard, 30 chem each. You can't really complain. 83 rated with 1 in form. Then you've got 184 with 1 Serie A, 1 Prem. Then 1 Spanish and an 85. Obviously 70 chem, 75 and 80. Obviously as you go down the SBCs in terms of requirements, then you are bound to need more sort of chemistry styles. So 83 should be pretty simple because if you do go into the... not even that one, in fact, into the cheapest buy rating, you can see that 83s haven't shifted, still at 900 coins, so pretty much you can get them done easily. 85s, I don't think they've risen much, if anything, maybe a couple of 100 coins at best, but to be honest, I don't think they've really risen, to be fair. You could even go and get a cheeky Busquets and Hummels. Obviously then, if you utilise the SBC combination rating, if we're looking for that 85, we have a look at, say, 2 86s, we know that we need 3 85s and 6 84s. You then go obviously again to the cheapest and think, okay, so if I can get 2 Spanish and a German there, we've then got to pick 3. Maybe we look at it, we go for Summer being one of the cheapest ones. Then we look at maybe Galaski, who can also get a cheap link, and then it's just 84s. So utilize that as much as you can if you don't know it off by heart as such, but should be a relatively easy SBC. We made absolute bank on him as well. But in terms of kind of where Pedro sits, as you see, he's kind of high in the ranks because the Serie A have had a massive downgrade in terms of all across the board ratings, but they have got a nice kind of pool of special cards that they can get. Dybala would be nice as a special card. Immobile is not a bad striker, to be honest. In this FIFA, he definitely flourishes a little bit more, so a special would be nice. Skriniar's had a lovely upgrade. Insigne is still decent. Koulibaly looks absolutely fantastic. Barella's already making moves. Pedro's got his flashback. Martinez is already getting there. He's going to be a good player, definitely, throughout the season. So with this already being a Serie A objective, you cannot complain. He did get a storyline last time. It was Flashback in his Chelsea version for an 87 2 years ago, so quite an interesting turn of events for him. I think he definitely goes with either a Hunter or an Engine. Obviously 92 91 or the Engine, as you can see, does turn him into more of a kind of an attacking passing cam, which is always nice. You get great agility, balance, pace is decent again, and also gets a bit more of the passing. So it all depends on what you want him for. I think a cam is definitely more suited to him. His passing was definitely something I really noticed a huge increase in. Strength wise, like I say, feels very weak, so I think that's why a cam definitely would feel better to me, just because you don't want to be pushed off the ball too much when you're going for kind of like going forward. When you're going against these centre backs, they're going to absolutely bully him. He's obviously got no height as well, so there's not really any heading opportunities there either. So for me, I think cam wise, he suits that down to the ground. You could go left wing, but I do think bringing him into the centre would be that smart option. So in terms of him, is he worth doing? And I think, yes, I think if you've got the coins, if you've definitely opened some packs, 83 fours, we should have loads of them. I don't think he's really that expensive to go and do. Obviously, you can utilize the 78 upgrade if you wanted. Any duplicates, you then whack in Pedro if you wanted to do it that way. It is something that you definitely can grind as well as such. From bronze packs to him, there is only 2 days on him, so you've got to kind of act a little bit quicker, but I do think he is worth the cost. If you are especially building a Serie A team, if you're looking for a club stock, he is relatively cheap at the moment. As soon as we get like the Prem Player of the Month or anything like that, which I think he will kind of expire by the time that happens, he would be quite expensive with gold cards then. I'd definitely be looking at it very, very soon, just because you don't want to miss the boat of the gold cards being so cheap. Overall wise for me, I'm going to give him a solid round 8. I think he sits at that at the moment. I don't want to go too high with these specials because I know, especially after a couple of weeks, I think he's going to be completely out of the question, just because we do move pretty fast with these informs, with these specials. They just get higher and higher every single week, month, and that's just natural of the game. So giving him a really high rating, I think for now he's solid, but I do think he's going to run out eventually. He's going to run out quite quickly with a limit of only 86 rated. The best thing about him, I think, is that 4-star, 5-star as well. Very, very nice to have them too, as they are an absolute solid base to work off. Plus then, obviously, this Spanish link into La Liga if you should choose. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. Let me know down below if you're going to be completing Pedro, and I'll see you all for the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.